Hello friends, myself Envi Lahamge, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, MVP Samaj, Nasik.
Today, in this lecture, we will see some different FSM categories which we have to study in this whole paper known as a TCS. As we have seen earlier that FSM is the finite state machine. What real work actually it does the things like accept any input from user, processes it according to its internal mathematical structures, and then displaying the output to the user without any human intervention is known as a finite state machines. They are also termed as automata machines or automatic machines. Why we are calling them as automatic machines? Because automatic or automation are such a things where without any human intervention things are performed digitally with clean mind, means taking input, processing it by itself and producing the output. There are two drawbacks behind this FSM are it cannot processes the context-free languages, and another is that if it knows that the input coming towards it is wrong, but it does not have any facility or any chance to repair that input. These are the two drawbacks behind these finite state machines. But which are the different scenarios or life cycle of this FSM we will see. There are two types of FSM. First is FSM without memory and FSM with memory. So first of all, we will clear the idea behind without memory and with memory. Like as day to day we use the computer, the things which we perform are always stored in our computer's memory. That is your hard disk. Okay. So FSM without memory, having the scenario behind it as it does not having any storage mechanism, means it does not save any data which it accepts, processes and output it to the user. So these are the machines without any memory, means we can only perform any action only once in its life cycle. We don't have any chance to backtrack that process again. So there are two types of FSM without memory. FSM without memory and with output, also FSM without memory with output. With output and without output are such things like as we draw DFA, NFA, there is no any mechanism to describe or denote each step derives which output, means we will collectively get its answer at only last stage, not in between a middle stages. So to avoid this drawback, we have shifted towards the FSMs without memory but with output. So FSM without output having the three types, that is the DFA. The term DFA means deterministic finite automata, means we know that if we provide this two specific input, then we will get this specific one output. Means there is some deterministic nature involved in this machine. Second type is the NFA. What is the NFA? NFA is nothing but the non-deterministic finite automata. And third is the NFA with epsilon. We have to see it in different manner. Okay. Then second type is FSM without memory but with output. How we can show these stages, means how we can perform with output or without output. Consider for example, This is one stage. Okay. If we show the output means 0, 1 or whatever would be the output below this state, then it is one type of a machine means Moore machine. And in Mealy machine, if we specify, suppose this is a state, this is having the input as a 1. If we accept 1, we get output as a 0. Then it will be shown with its input. This machine is termed as a Mealy machine. Analyzing this whole scenario or this tree diagram, we will shift to the next part of the FSM, that is a FSM with memory. FSM with memory having two subtypes, that are PDA and Turing machine. PDA means push down automata and TM means Turing machine. I will describe you one scenario by its powerful nature. Okay. Turing machines are more powerful than PDAs and PDAs are more powerful than the DFA or NFA. This is the power behind these all machines. Means if you will have to choose among all these machines, Turing machine having the highest output mechanism or it is better solution among all these. Okay, so these are some FSM and its types. This whole scenario means only in TCS paper you have to do, means you have to study only this flowchart, but each topic having or each topic is divided into separate chapters and each having a lots of scenarios or mechanisms. Okay, this is all about finite state machines. In the last lecture, we have studied about DFA, DFA's five tuples and their descriptions. Today in this lecture, we will start with one problem of a DFA and study how to write any DFA or how to get an answer of any DFA. Okay. First of all, see that we have to study this DFA title as this is a DFA which accepts strings started with A over the alphabets A, B, C. Means you have to draw this DFA for a string like this machine only accepts the strings over ABC such that it only starts with A over ABC. So first step behind solving any DFA is that you have to you have to design the possible combination of strings for which you want to design the DFA. Okay. So first of all, I will show you some basic startup things like consider which condition you have provided. You have to start only with A. Okay. You have to start only with A and then you have to perform many strings over ABC. Means your alphabets are A, B and C. You have to design strings like each and every string in the language starts with only A. So try to design these strings. If I have started with A, then I can take many ABCs here. Then A, B, B, C, C, B, A. Okay, there is only starting condition, not any ending condition. Then, such a like we can try many combinations. I have provided here one solution of how to design this DFA. I will explain it. Okay. First of all, how I have designed it, carefully listen. There is one state in each DFA, that is the start state. You have to denote it as letter start. Then, after writing the start, you have to start with any state. That is, generally we denote all the states as Q, but you can take any other alphabet, but generally convention is Q. So I have started with Q0. You have to only bypass only those strings started with A in this machine. So in each state, you have to take each and every input from these alphabet sets, that is A, B and C. So starting with A, starting with A, you consider that suppose I have taken string like A, B, B, A, C and I have to pass this from my machine. Then consider if input is A, then allow it to enter in your machine. Means you have to bypass this state to your next step. But there may be possibilities like any letters from B or C may come at the start state. So how to or what we will do in such situations? We have to bypass that state outside our machines. Means we don't allow these inputs to come into our machine. So collectively these remaining inputs that are B or C, we will not know which will be coming. So collectively B and C, we will bypass them outside the machine. That is we name it as a Q error. Q error means this is not a machine entering state. This is outside state. We cannot enter them in our machine. Okay. Next, we will complete this state. As the mechanism behind DFA is that for each state, perform each and every alphabet transaction. Means many remaining A, B, C, we have to stop here. Means for each and every state, you have to design or you have to develop transaction for each and every alphabet. Means for A, B, as we have designed, if string started with A, it will enter in our system. If it starts with B or C, then definitely bypass it to the Q error. Q error means the error state, which is not our machine state. Then, after bypassing or after processing the input A, we may get input from remaining these three letters again. Means after A, there may be A, B, C or any more combinations of these three letters again. So, we have satisfied here the first condition, that is each and every string must start with A. So, we need not worry about or we will not think about whatever the next input or whatever will be the next input string. So here we comes at our last state or the final state, that is the Q1 state, and in our DFA diagram we will show it by the double rounded circle, and at this stage we will stop all the inputs, means A, B, C, anyone among from these. So, according to our DFA mechanism or the title we have given, we have find our solution. So, in this diagram, we have to complete some things. Means, as I have teach you about how to draw this diagram. Okay, this is the solution of your DFA, but you have to complete many more things like transition table and 5 tuples of this diagram. So, how to complete this table? First of all, first column would be of states and next remaining columns are of input alphabets given in the problem. We have given here the 3 input alphabets that are A, B and C. How to fill this table, I will show you step by step. Carefully listen it. If what is the start state Q0? If on Q0 state input A is coming, then what will be the next step? As we have seen or shown in this diagram, we are coming towards the next step, that is the Q1. So what is the output? Q0 on A become Q1. Then what about B and C? As we have bypassed these conditions or these inputs to the Q error state, so for both B and C in the means on the state Q0, if B or C occurs, we are getting the same state, that is the Q error, Q error. Next, we are coming towards the next state, that is the Q1 state. As we have studied earlier that if it is a final state of your machine, then denote it by double circle in the diagram, and in the table denote it by making star above its head. So this is the Q1 state, that is the final state of your machine. So accept input A, B, C. But we know that for every A, B, C, we are coming to the same state, that is the Q1, Q1 and Q1. Again, write here Q1 but with star mark symbol. Next step is the Q error state. As we know, this is the outsider state, but we have to denote it in our transition table. So, for each Q error, means for Q error state, if inputs are from A, B, C, then it will get the same state, that is the Q error and Q error. So, this is all about transition table. Now we have to fill the 5 tuples of the DFA, that are Q means number of states. In this problem, we are having only the 3 states, that is the Q0, Q1 and Q error. Next is the summation. Summation is nothing but the number of input alphabets. How many alphabets here? That are A, B and C. Delta is the transition function, means it will accept any one state, means from any one of these. Then combine any one alphabet, means from these, and produces again one state, that is the these subsequent entries. So it is the transition function. Next is the Q0. Q0 would be your starting state. So here it is also Q0. And F is the set of number of final states in your diagram. But here we see that here in this example only one final state, that is the Q1 state. But it may be possible that there can be many final states in one diagram, means in every DFA there is only one and one starting state, but can have many stopping or many final states. Next work we have to perform about the DFA is that you have to test your DFA by taking any one of example. For example, how to trace this, I will show you step by step. First of all, try to solve it by taking any sample string. We will take two strings, that are First is a correct, second is a wrong string. Correct string is what starting with A means there may be many, much letters, and wrong string is any one input from B or C. Okay, this is the wrong string. How or when we call our machine is a successful or correct machine, if it passes only correct strings, then it is successful. If it passes wrong strings, then it is not successful. How to trace it? First of all, start with starting state and take whole A, B, B, A, C, A, B. Okay. On performing delta on this state and this input, according to the transition table, we will get entry across it as a Q1. Here on Q0A, you will get the state Q1. Next, what will be your next step? Here this input has finished, so take string from second letters and our new state is Q1. So Q1 B B A C A B. Again Q1 on B. What is the delta? Q1 on B is the answer Q1. Okay, mark it as a star. Next step is again Q1. This has also done. Accept it. B A C A B. Again you will get Q1 on B, Q1. Until any means last state Q1 on B, you will get answer Q1. As you are getting the final state after solving or tracing your string, your machine is successful machine means your DFA is properly designed. Okay, we will trace it for wrong string also. How? If it gets the state at the final rather than the final state, then this will be also correct for our machine. But even though we pass the wrong string and it will get the answer like final state, then our machine is wrong. So we will trace it as Q0, take this string BCAB. On performing delta function, Q0B having the input as a Q error. Okay. Then next is B has processed start from C. Q error on remaining that is CABC. What will be the output? Again Q error. As we know that for every entry A, B, C in the Q error row, we have given the output like Q error. So coming at the end, you will get answer like Q error on this final C become Q error. But tallying it with the transition table, we are coming to the answer like this is not a final step. So this string is not passed from our DFA. So this DFA is also correct DFA. Means after tracing like this mechanism, you can at the exam time also identify the machine you have designed is correct or not. This is one of the problem coming under the categories like designing DFA for handling different strings. Next type is again one type is there. We have to design DFA for handling the numbers or numerical problems.